Women today are using men. It used to be when I grew up in the 90s, when I was trying to get my dick wet, when I was first learning how females act, when I was observing females and listening to what they say, I would constantly hear young girls say, guys only want sex. Guys only want one thing. And they would constantly complain about this. Now, I don't know if this was all girls. I don't think it was all girls saying this, but it was the most attractive ones that I remember. The girls who the guys sought after, the girls with high sexual market value. They would always complain. Mind you, this is the late 90s when I was a teenager in high school and things like that, right? These girls would always complain that all guys wanted was sex. Well, now that I'm an adult and I've been one for a long time, I see right through that. And particularly when I was in my mid 20s, I saw right through that. Because when I was in the dating game, when I was out there running around, it was a different story. The girls might have been saying on social media or whatever, saying that they wanted something more, saying that, oh, guys only want sex and I'm tired of it. But what they were doing was a different story. They were sleeping with guys. They were running around, doing all kinds of nasty shit. So what a girl says and what a girl does are two different things. What a girl says she wants and what a girl actually takes are two different things. Girls will say they want a nice guy. Girls will say they want a good guy. Girls will say they want to settle down. Girls will say they want love. All these things that girls will say. But what they do is almost always a different story. What they do is something different from what they say. Now, don't get me wrong. These girls have a biological clock, and their biological clock is ticking, even when they're 20, even when they're 17. Believe me, it's ticking. Even when they're 18, they have something in them like a ticking time bomb that says, I need to have a baby. I need to have a baby. I need to have a baby. And they have that, from my experience, very long time. As far back as I can remember, girls were always claiming to want something more. Claiming. But what they were doing was something different. And this has always been the case. And even though they might claim that they want a nice guy, etc., their hypergamy says, I want this guy. He's a bad boy. I want this guy. He's masculine, or he's this, or he's that. And that's for the baby. They want the baby. They want the baby with the bad boy. But even nowadays, a lot of times these girls don't care. They'll have babies with whoever, as long as he's masculine, right? A lot of times these guys aren't even masculine, or they're pretending to be masculine, or they've read a Rollo Tomasi book, or they've learned some Pua tricks, and they're playing games and they've figured out some loopholes and things like that. But she wants that baby, man. There's two things women want. They want a bad boy to have a baby with, or they just want a baby in general with whoever, because it happens. They'll have babies with losers. They'll have babies with messed up guys, and they'll have no care about these guys. They'll be totally ruthless to those guys. Take money from them, take them to court, shit on them, won't let them see the kid, because in their mind, if he's not a bad boy alpha, if he's not number one, if he's not the shit, because she thinks she deserves the shit, because she thinks she's a princess, right? Or she thinks she's special because of gynocentrism and all these dumbass beta orbiters pumped her head full of bullshit. You're so beautiful, baby. Every time she posts I mean, the thirst is insane on social media. I think maybe it's dying down the last few years, but it was insane 10 years ago when Facebook was super popular, when it first got super popular, when it was climbing. It was insane, the amount of thirst. And it's still there. You'll find it. You'll find it. Hundreds and dozens of guys. You're beautiful, baby. Oh, you're so gorgeous. You're perfect. Da, 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 just for posting a picture with their tits out. That's there. So she wants the guy who's not like that. She wants the guy who doesn't give a fuck about her. That's the guy she falls in love with. So if you want to get laid, be that guy. And I've done that lots of times. I've been that guy. I don't give a fuck about you. That's my attitude. Woo, you're whatever. I dress a certain way, portray myself a certain way. I'm a bad boy. I'm not a nice guy. I'm not. You can see it in my face. It comes across in my attitude. I ain't no beta. And they fall for it. And you'll take them down. You'll get them in bed. You'll get them sucking your dick. You'll get them doing all these things. That's all you got to do if you want to get laid. That's what they want. They want a baby with that guy, but they will settle for somebody else, and guys have figured it out. Guys are starting to figure it out. But there's always the guys who are using the money and using they're so beta, and all they got to offer is, you're a weak man if all you have to offer a woman is your finances, your resources. You're a weak man. You don't have any character. You don't have any personality. You don't have anything of strength in you, inner fortitude, resilience. And it's a weak woman who only looks for money. It's a weak woman who doesn't look for those inner qualities. So weak women are getting with weak men. And I don't know where the strong women are. There's strong men out here, but we don't get a lot of shine. We're not very popular because maybe we're not as high in the sexual market value. Maybe we don't have as much muscle or cool things or all the things that the girls want when the girls flock to the quote unquote alphas, which really is a bro science distortion. Just because some guy's got muscle, he's got some tattoos, and he's good looking does not make him an alpha. He's postured himself. It's posturing himself as an alpha with his cool pictures and blah, 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 right? But in reality, he's probably just a fuck boy, right? And I'm not hating on that guy. He's doing what he can to get pussy, and I don't blame him. I'm not mad at you if you're out there posturing yourself as an alpha to get pussy. I'm not mad at you because girls will give you pussy. I'm mad at that. I'm mad at the fact that they'll give it to you. I'm mad at the fact that, and it's fine if people want to have sex, but the difference is that men have to do all these extra steps. All women have to do is show up and breathe. And they know this, and they disrespect us for it. They disrespect us for it. All a woman has to do is show up and breathe and be reasonably attractive. Even nowadays, guys are chasing these non-attractive sluts. That's why we got 49ers, these 4s and 2s walking around thinking they're 9s and 10s. Because these dumbass men, these dumbass weak betas, you're so beautiful, baby. Oh man, you're hot. Woo, woo, woo. Pumping a bunch of bullshit into her head. And even if she is hot, still don't pump that in her head. You're putting her on a pedestal. What do you think she's going to do from that pedestal? You think she's going to pull you up? Hell no, because she has hypergamy, which is the other thing that she wants. Women want the bad boy, but guess what else they want? They want the hypergamy. So not only do you have to be cool guy, fucking James Dean, cool guy, whatever, whether your little trick is to act like a black rapper and dress a certain way and wear Jordans and all this and that and the third, or if you got the black leather jacket and you got the slick back hair and you got the boots or whatever the fuck and you're dressing like James Dean, you got the white t-shirt and cool guy car, whatever your shtick, you're doing it so you can get fucked in that bad boy frame. And I get it, and it's all right. I'm not mad at the guy. because he's just doing what works. You can't be no regular dude. She don't want no regular dude. Even if you're attractive, even if you're in shape, she don't want no regular dude. You got to do all these extra steps. You got to show her that you're not like all the other guys, because she can't just be content with sleeping with a regular dude. She needs that extra guy. She needs that special guy, because she thinks she's special, so she deserves it, right? She can't just be a regular ass woman and talk to regular ass guys in a regular ass way. No, she's got to chase the bad boys. And this is why the top 10% of men sleep with 80% of the women, or whatever that is, whatever that statistic is, which, by the way, is based on an actual statistic, based on an actual study. That's why the guy who's got the leather jacket and the cool car is fucking girls every week. Because they all think they're special. They all think, I need that extra guy. I can't just go with the regular guy. But in addition to that, they got the hypergamy going on. And then men have figured that out too. They figured out, oh, okay, well, I can be a bad boy, cool guy, whatever to get laid. But in order to keep a woman for long term, then I need to turn on these resources. I need to have a good job. I need to have, because she won't stick around. And this is female nature. This is fucked up. This is why men have got MGTOW. This is why they got red pill rage, because they wanted love. Yeah, everybody wants sex. So for a woman, when I was younger, for a woman to say, all guys want is sex, guess what, sweetie? You want sex too. So you're not being truthful. You're being deceptive. You are lying to people around you and trying to trick society into thinking that you're just this special woman and you want love, but you're just gotta settle for some cock. Bullshit. If you wanted love, you would have been with any of the guys who were hitting you up since you were 14, 15. And you would have stuck with them, because this is what happens. Girls have guys hitting them up for relationships when they're 14, 15. And no, sorry, ladies, as much as you want to paint the picture, not all those guys are cheating on you and treating you bad. You're just painting that picture so you can play victim, so you can get out of any responsibility of actually having to love somebody, actually having to date somebody. Because in the real world, in behind the closed doors, behind the facade that you're putting out there in your friend group, and beside the facade that you're putting on Facebook and social media, you actually want to get fucked. You actually want to go out and play the field. You actually I just need some time to grow. I need some time for myself. Yeah, exactly. You want to go get fucked. The problem isn't necessarily that you want to go get fucked, although it is a problem, and a lot of guys would consider that a problem. That's not necessarily the problem, at least in my book. The problem is you're lying about it. The problem is you're making men think